Everybody, Ralph Havens here, autoimmuneanswers.com, and big announcement today. So, how do I even start? So, I get to do something really cool tomorrow, and I want to tell you about it. And Jen's part of it. So, if you know Jen, you know she's a very detail-oriented person, very particular about getting everything in order, ducks in the row kind of thing, and and um and so we're going to do something that's a little out of her usual comfort zone, and because I was thinking, what is true healing? And Jen's solved some big stuff throughout her life, some physical stuff, big physical stuff, and a lot of the inner game, the mental, emotional, spiritual stuff, and I have too, and my clients have, and so we're going to start to do a show, a YouTube show called Miracles, Magic, and Coffee. And the idea of it is to have less structure and more like we're just hanging out. And I'm going to be interviewing a lot of different people. So I'm already getting people lining up for it. And we've got some really cool practitioners and people that have solved things. They're going to be talking about their story and how they solved autoimmune and anxiety conditions and other chronic conditions. And it's going to be kind of a hangout where we can go beyond just like having a set schedule of here's what we're going to talk about, but just go in and find out what's going on. And my hope is that you'll get something that can be useful for you to clear the physical conditions, the autoimmune, the anxiety conditions, other chronic conditions, and it might be a physical thing that you get to learn to do, or something in the environment that you get to learn to shift, or some deep inner game thing. And the thing is, when I work with people one-on-one, it's really cool to have some time, because yeah, there can be instant miracles, and I've seen it over and over again, but there's something really wonderful about going deep and getting through the layers and really clearing all the different physical and the mental, emotional, and spiritual stuff that's in the way. And it can be so different than when you think what you think. And yesterday I was with my coach. I get coaching and healing and interact with different people. Right now I've got three different, you could call them healers, coaches, teachers, and it was really powerful yesterday. And so I want to tell you a little bit about that, because it can touch on and how it can be. Like, I've been working on my inner game a long time, and all along the last few years, working on all the physical things to get well and healthy and get my life back, and working on the business things. And there's this process that I use, I've been telling you about, and you can get it at the at one of my links. You can go click on any of the links, and you'll be at some point directed to this technique, this process that I use every single day to go deep in and clear the inner game, the mental, the emotional, the spiritual stuff that's in my way. And if you want more info on that, you can message me. But right now, what I want to let you know about is, even though I've been using that for myself over and over and over again, and even had coaches that have worked with me with this thing over and over and over again, I got to a very deep place yesterday with my coach. It's kind of cool. I mean, his name is actually Ben, like my son's name, and the name that my mom almost named me. So we were going along, and he was asking me, how it's going and what I want and what's in the way, and what it would mean to me to solve it, and more of what's in the way, and it came back to something that I've known forever. That I had a stepdad. It started back. He said, "When did it start?" Said, well, probably when my mom got remarried, and that other guy showed up, and then he was my dad, and I got his name, and so I told him a story, and it went very deep. So when my dad was about a week or two away from dying, he called me, and we called every once in a while, and it was like whatever, but he didn't treat me very well at all. Lots of issues as a kid, but he didn't seem to like me. But anyway, so there he was, and I was like, my mom was concerned because everybody thought maybe he's dying now, and and I was talking to him, and he kind of was talking about like me coming back to visit him and stuff like that. They were living in Kentucky at the time, and I was in San Diego. And when I was like, talking to him, I was like, well, he doesn't sound like he's dying. You know, I'm not going to go visit him. I don't want to go visit him anyway. Spend the time and the money, and so I didn't. But my sister did, and she said that he talked about there was this little boy that he saw trespassing on his land and doing some stuff that he thought was not right, and he thought the little boy was just like a bad little boy, bad kid, and should be punished for what he was doing, and just like going on and on and on about it. But then he was telling my sister that a few days later he saw that little boy walking around with his dad, and they were having a great day. They were laughing, they were playing, they were just goofing around, they were going for a walk. And he told my sister, you know, I made a mistake. I made a mistake with Ralph. And so I knew that story for quite a while. But there we were going along with my coach, and yesterday, and he was asking me, so you know, if you could talk to him now, what would you tell him? And I remember I told my coach Ben, I was like, you know, I would say it's okay, man, it's okay. Because I know he was doing the best he could do. As I thought about it, it's like, you know, he had these ideas of how to raise me right, and some kind of twisted ideas, but he was trying to do a good job. Just kind of a weird way of thinking about it. And I told him, yeah, I would just tell him it's okay, man. And I really felt it. And then Ben said something that was really profound. He said, so now that you've forgiven him, then what would you say? What would you do? And I said, you know, I would say, let's go for a drive late at night, and I'll pour you your coffee. I'll pour the coffee. You let's go for a drive. Because the only time that it was good was we did a lot of traveling around, a lot of moving, a lot of upheaval, a lot of stuff. But we had this old station wagon. It was small. Today it would be like a Subaru style, and it was kind of souped up, and it had really good tires. So it looked kind of beat up, but it was really the engine was good, and the tires were really good tires. As we traveled through the night, numerous times, I would be the one pouring his coffee, and it was when he was really relaxed, and we would have good conversations, and he liked me then. It was just good, really, really, really good. And so when I told Ben this, I'm surprised I'm not even tearing up now. My coach, I was like, that's it. And something shifted in me. So, and the day was full of lots of synchronicities. Jen came back from Seattle, where we were, she was taking some cushions to redo the couch, and had this magical day. She just told me something else that was magical about it. So maybe that'll come up later. But I can tell this is going to be a good year. This is going to be a good year. And, you know, my coach then said, you know, your clients want this. Your clients want this. And so, you know, this show that Jen and I are going to do, Miracles, Magic, and Coffee, I think it's about true healing, you know? In fact, let me see what I would, I'm going to put in the comments what I thought. Yeah, so what it's going to be about is, the question is, how do you finally get over autoimmune or anxiety conditions or other chronic conditions, even if you feel like you've already tried everything else? And so that's what this show is going to be about, Miracles, Magic, and Coffee, with me and Jen. And it's how to get yourself healthy and happy and whole, and how to get the life you want. So it's starting tomorrow, Wednesday. It's going to be at 10 a.m. That's the plan. You know, if it goes a little funny and it's a different time, I'll, you know, hopefully we get it just like we think it's going to be. But I'm planning on it being every Wednesday at 10. And we're going to go deep into just hanging out with me and Jen, and talking about a lot of different things that we found throughout our years of getting healthy. And then we'll start to bring in, after a few episodes of that, we'll bring in some guests, some people that have advanced degrees in healing autoimmune and chronic anxiety conditions, and and then people that have solved things and different ideas around it. And we're going to be really particular about who comes on the show, because I want it to be stuff that's very useful to you. So let me know what you would like. If you could ask Jen and I any questions or have any kind of things that you want to know about this kind of stuff, let me know, and we'll do that for you. Let me see if I can get this thing. I think it's, what is that? I think it's sent. So I think I put it in the comments. I'll put it down here in the comments. There we go. So hope you're having a great day. We're gonna have a really good day. And today Ben gets to do a lot of running, and it's part of his school. So he's very excited to see how many laps he can do in 30 minutes. He's all into the numbers and running. So I'll talk to you all tomorrow. All right, bye now.